I was picking up my older son from school, and I was getting ready. I was in the intersection. The light's turning yellow. I'm getting ready to hang my left into the drop-off lane. And my younger son's in the back seat, and he is happily munching this tube of Pringles potato chips. And that is why I get momentarily distracted, because he is eating so many of them that I realize there probably aren't going to be any left for Ezra, and there's going to be a big fight. So it's because I am in that moment distracted that I do not realize that I cannot pull into the school drop-off lane because it is completely packed with cars. And this is a real problem because the street that my son's school is on is really narrow. And so there's one lane of traffic going this way and one lane of traffic going this way. And there is no official drop-off lane. So everybody who's backed off is actually in a regular traffic lane. So in order to not get T-boned on MacArthur, I am going to need to actually pull into oncoming traffic, which is when I encounter the AC Transit bus. And she can't get past me, and I can't get past her. And she honks her horn. So I'm going to set a little bit of context. We've lived in the Fruitvale neighborhood of Oakland for 20 years. And the first time I went to pick up my husband from the BART station, I didn't know how the layout worked. And I got confused, and I ended up in the bus lane. And an AC Transit bus driver pulled up behind me and honked her horn. And so I rolled down my window, and it was 20 years ago. So yes, I really did roll down my window. And I said, "So sorry, I'm new to the neighborhood." And that unleashed this torrent of whoop ass that lasted for 2 solid minutes. So I have a healthy fear and respect for AC Transit bus drivers. So now it's 20 years later, and cars are starting to pile up behind me, and cars are starting to pile up behind her. And I avert my gaze because I do not want to antagonize her. And she's motioning at something. What is she motioning at? I can't quite tell. What is it? It's something. I get out of the car to see what she is gesturing towards. Oh, there's this itty bitty gap right behind my car and to the right. And her idea is that I'm going to pull into this gap, pull across the street into a driveway, and get out of her way that way. This is a great idea, but I am not the woman for this job because practically every accident I've ever gotten into has involved me creeping along at less than 5 miles per hour and crashing into an inanimate object. So now the cars are backed up like a quarter of a mile in each direction, and Murray is still happily munching his potato chips, and I am screwing up my courage to explain my predicament to the transit bus driver when someone appears out of nowhere, or maybe above. Her fingernails are 2 inches long and they are painted gold. She says, "I could move your car." And I give her the keys. Here's my thinking. She can navigate through the world with those fingernails. She can definitely navigate my car out of this tight spot, which is what this angel does. I think she warped time and space to get my car into the itty bitty gap. She pulls into that driveway, hears a crunch, turns around, sees Murray with a chip in his mouth, says, "I didn't know I had company." And then parks my car in a legal parking spot. Bravo! But the bus still can't get by. So I know what to do now. I have a clue. I pay this woman's kindness forward. I go to the car that was behind me. I direct her into the itty bitty gap, cheering her on all the way. She pulls into the parking spot. But the bus still can't get by because there are just too many cars and there is no more space to maneuver. So the time has come for me to talk to the AC Transit bus driver. She opens her window. Is there anything else you can think of that I could do to help? And then I brace myself for the screaming because I have a clue. This is how this works. This is how this always works. She says, we got to ask every car to back up. She gets out of the bus. We're a team. Oh, right. I take care of the last car in the lane. I race to it. I help the woman in the purple hijab back up. The bus driver handles the minivan. I'm on the SUV. And that is when the miracle occurs. People are backing up without us even asking them to. We have gotten ourselves unstuck. As the bus driver returns to her vehicle, I ask her, has this ever happened to you before? Oh, honey, every damn day.